to officially gas. Let's get it.
For the best in universal premium ester-containing engine oils and fuel additives for both petrol and diesel engines, check the links in the description.
So what's going on, Gas Gang? Today we are back with an old school legendary video. Just look behind me. We have a 630 brake horsepower, 2.3 litre stroker, fully built Mitsubishi Evo 2. Guys, you know this is gonna be sick, so stay tuned and let's get it. Abid, welcome to the channel, brother.
How's it going, my brother, man? You all right?
Good, good, bro. This one has been in a pipeline for a long time now, right?
Very long time.
I look back at my phone, I think it's like over 6 months.
Yeah, I think it's back in October. Man.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of, it embodies old modified cars. You had a few issues here and there, which is kind of set us back a little bit, but you're here today with this rally legend, should we call it?
100%, 100%.
Yeah? I keep calling it Evo 3.
Yeah.
It's an Evo 2.
Yeah, it's an Evo 2, very similar to an Evo 3. Obviously, just some small subtle differences on the bumper and the rear wing.
Got ya.
But same engine, drivetrain. Had the car back in 2006.
Okay.
Bought it as a fresh Jap import. I've obviously had the car a long time.
Yes, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's a 1994.
1994,
so it's
right?
29 years old.
That's probably older than 90% of the people watching this video right now.
100%. Like I said, I'm uncle now. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, to get it to this, where we are now, you know, it's not easy. It's not going to happen overnight. No. You know, I think determination, you know, if something breaks, you got to take your time out, you got to fix it. You know, with modified cars, you know, like you got wires coming off, clips coming off, things coming loose. So, you know, blood, sweat and tears.
Yeah, exactly. A labour of love.
Sleepless nights.
Sleepless nights, blood, sweat and tears.
That's right.
Now, we were speaking off camera and this, which I was surprised here, is actually a 4G63, right?
This is a 4G63T. My dad helped me back in the day. You know, when you're a young man, you know, he got me on my feet, bought the car with me, built the engine a few times with me.
Wicked.
So definitely taking a lot of heritage from my family. You know, we're originally Kenyan.
Okay.
So 1990 Safari Rally Kenya.
Okay.
We've got a lot of relatives involved in, you know, in the rally back in Kenya. And, you know, we've just grown up with rally in our blood.
Right, I'm telling you, man, this is a sight to be admired. Now, not only is it a rare car, it's also running a lot of power. You're not messing around with this one.
Nah, it's just come off the dyno. It's been tuned maybe about 6 weeks ago. It's running 630 horsepower. Wow. We're running it on about 31 PSI. So, you know, it's all there. I don't do no high and low.
Yeah.
Just in case.
It's just everything.
I just keep it there, you know what I mean?
Epic. Yeah. Now tell us a little bit more about the engine build. Let's talk about the block, the head. Do you want to tell us what's been kind of...
Yeah, so the block itself, we've got, obviously it's fully forged. It doesn't have a 2 litre crank. It's not a 2 litre anymore.
Oh, it's not?
It's a 2.3 stroker.
Interesting.
Yeah, and we've put some turbo tough Manley I-beam rods in. So, you know, it's good for, you know, a bit more even.
Interesting.
In terms of like, you know, the head. Head's come from America, had it made from some DSM guys. They've put 1 mil oversized valves in. It's a stage 4 port on the head. Head was so big we had to get the manifold adapted to get it to fit back onto the head.
No way.
Because there was a step between the head and the manifold.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean...
Is it cammed or?
Yeah, it's running GSC 280 cams.
Okay. Tell us about this kind of manifold and turbo setup. What turbo and manifold?
Yeah, so this is a precision turbo, 6262.
Got ya.
Had it a long time, since about 2015.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's been doing the job.
Got ya.
Definitely a good street turbo. Not hitting a lot of lag when you're getting on it.
Got ya.
It gets up and goes.
Okay. And gearbox wise, you're speaking off camera again, and it's stock, right?
Stock gearbox.
Okay. Okay.
Stock gearbox, stock transfer box. You know, just
any
obviously.
breakages with that?
I've blown a gearbox.
Okay.
Yeah, but that was because the shift linkage was bad from where you're holding the stick.
Okay.
There's a lot of plastic bushings within the shift linkages which had perished. You end up with a sloppy handle on the gear stick. So we've put a short shifter in. Okay. Bought it from Malaysia. Okay. Big up to all the Malaysian guys. Yeah. So yeah, it's solid now.
It's good as gold. Yeah.
It's got a special clutch in there. It's got a quarter-master clutch. It's an American company. Okay. It's got their flywheel. It's got their clutch. It's a twin disc clutch. Okay. Recently had it serviced. Okay. We put some rally friction discs in. It's very grabby. Yeah, you were saying off camera it's quite heavy and it's good. You actually said to me, Jay, I don't think you're going to be able to drive this. I was going to call you out. I was going to be like, listen, if he stalls it, yeah, that's end of go. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to try my best today. I'm going to try my best. Let's talk a little bit about the interior because, I mean, the styling for one is very stock apart from some rally art wheels. Yeah. And another thing is, this is built for go, not show. 100%. You're keen to tell me that, right? Yeah. It's not a show car, no. You know. I use it quite often. It's not a daily, but it's close to that. I mean, I use it like maybe 3 or 4 times a week. You know, we put a roll cage in. Oh man, that's cool. Save the back seats as well, which is quite rare. But this is all original interior. This all is original interior, yeah. So it comes from factory with Recaro interior. Oh wow. Yeah. That's interesting, man. They're very similar to the DC2 Type R Recaros, I think. Yeah, they look very similar, or the EK Civics, or something like that. But yeah, man, it's a fairly stock. It's all cool stock. The interior of the car, the exterior of the car is all stock. Got ya. Not really much into styling. Yeah. You know, like with rally cars, it's like you said, it's about the go, not the show. Yeah, for sure. So you know, she's got a few dinks and dents, and you know, a little bit of rust, or you know, it's got the original factory paintwork. Okay. From, you know, where it's come from Japan. You know, you can see war wounds. That's right. Yeah. No, but bro, this is honestly, thank you for bringing this down to me. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. I know there's probably so many stories you could tell me about this car, but unfortunately today we don't have the time for that, and I'm sure a lot of people want to see how this rally legend running this kind of power actually moves on the road. So shall we hit the road? Let's do it. Let's go, brother. Yo guys, but before we start this video, I just thought I'd give a massive shout out to MANNOL and Octane Plus. I'm in a petrol car today, so I thought I'd put you onto Octane Plus. It kind of does what it says on the tin. It brings your octane levels up. So if you live in an area where you can't get like premium fuel, this is a good in between. You can whack it in your tank and this bring you up 6 points. And that basically means if you put 95 in your car, drop this in, that's gonna be 101. And you're right, if you put 99 in your car, drop this in, you're gonna be at 105. So it's power in a bottle. I love it. Check the links in the description. MANNOL do oil and fuel additives for diesel and petrol cars. So check them out and check all your reputable retailers, they also sell them. So yeah, let's get into the video. So you're telling me it's got all the power? All the power. One map. One map. One map. All right, bro. When you're happy and good and ready, give us a little feel of this bad boy, yeah? Third gear, yeah? Bro, she moves, right? She moves. What does it weigh, bro? 1250. 1250, so it's a light car. The engine note is so satisfying too, isn't it? It's that natural, no pops and bangs. We're talking no pops and bangs. Just... Oh my God. Bro, this has got grip for days. Oh my guys, this is insane. I'm telling you, the way this balls, this is honestly, bro, this is so wholesome. This is the grip you had
on boost, going around that long corner too didn't make sense.
And I was still holding back.
Yeah, I bet you were.
I don't know the roads, man. If I had some rally calls, bruv, I'd be
I've tried that before and I'm not very good at it, bro. You don't want my rally calls. Jesus Christ. Yeah, chill with it. Yeah, this is bro, this is mad. This, honestly, bro, thank you, man. What an experience, what an experience.
Epic,
this is what a pleasure, man. Guys, honestly, this car is so crazy because it's like it's old school Jap moving at the speed of light. Like, it's just, oh man. All right, brother, thank you so much for this experience.
You're welcome, my brother.
Please tell me your seat moves forward.
It does. It's on the right hand side. There's a little slider.
Oh, there we go. Because little legs over here. I like to be in full control. But what a car. What a treat for everyone, including myself at home. A Mitsubishi Evo 2, pushing this kind of power. You guys have probably seen how savage this beast is. It just, on boost, it is, guys, not like early 90s. In fact, the whole of 90s, early 2000s, Japanese cars with big power, for me, you can't beat. There is nothing that you can beat. Like, I mean, it just ticks all the boxes.
100%.
You know?
100%, man. You feel the road, you feel the experience.
Bro, from the passenger seat, I'm having a party. Like, you know what I mean? It's one of them ones, plus the way you're driving, it's sick. Also, you guys would have seen no 0 to 60, unfortunately. My apologies, I forgot my V-Box. He did want to send it, and apologies, I think a few features haven't had 0 to 60s on them, and that is my bad too, because, yeah, just other limitations have not allowed it. But anyway, enough talk. Shall we get into it?
Let's do it.
Let's go. All right, guys. So, like this, like for one, like just, I think it's small steering wheels in general. Always do this, but it just gives that go-karty kind of feel to it.
It does.
Like, it's very direct.
It's very on point, yeah.
It feels light on its feet. Just driving it. And what I will say, like the opposite from light, heavy, right? The clutch.
The clutch.
Woo-wee! All right, cool. Second gear. Bro, fourth gear is a madness. This car's too quick for these roads,
I think you let off, bro.
I let off, I did. I like, when's it gonna stop pulling? What does it even rev to, bro?
Probably like 8.5, maybe.
Bro, it just don't like. I can't get over the. Bro, it's when that boost comes, it's addictive.
Yeah, it is.
There's nothing better, like, people who are watching this will know there's nothing better than that old school boost delivery. And this ain't even laggy, but the way it comes on, it's still, do you know what I mean? It still comes in so hard, and and it seems like the power band on boost is nice and long too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not like you just on boost.
That's the 2.3 giving you the torque in the mid-range. I don't feel a lot of lag in it, to be honest.
No, not at all.
If you get on it, you know, she'll go.
Yeah, it's moving. Like this turbo setup for this, how you got it.
The 6262 is a really good street turbo.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Obviously, you know, you could go a bit bigger for drag, but you're going to get a lot of lag and stuff.
Of
So,
course.
you know what I mean?
Especially with a manual gearbox, you want to keep it on boost. You know, and that's what these old school cars, a lot of the time, they actually suffer with. They fall off boost, you know, with a big turbo. But this seems just right, just right. Bro, this feels awesome, honestly. Bro, these are the kind of cars that make you feel alive. Like, although you're driving it, it's so secure still, bro. And because of the way it's tuned,
It's planted. Like, it's so well planted.
And it's very predictable too. Like with the boost coming in, you know, you just know what you're up against. Like, what a thrill though, bro. Like, bro, this is sick. The way they built these back then, just don't, like, you cannot compete.
To be honest, you know, with the standard car, you know, it's like limited to like 112 miles an hour or something.
Yeah.
You know, coming from factory from Japan.
Yeah.
You know, with the stock tune, you know, stock car.
What are these stock?
250.
250.
So there's a big difference between the stock and, you know, where we are now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Imagine I tripled the power.
Yeah.
Casually. But oh man, honestly, guys, such a thrill to drive. Let's go for one more second. Little second. Roll on. Right. Nah, bro, I can't. I don't know where fourth ends, right?
Yeah.
But I'm not finding it today. I'm not finding it today.
You got plenty of road, bro.
Nah, bro. You got to put some respect on the car's name sometimes. And we want to enjoy it. We don't want to go crazy.
Yeah, man.
There's a lot of power, like, you know.
The thing is in the old cars, you feel everything.
Yes. We're doing the speed limit. We feel like we're doing double.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean?
That's right.
All right, guys, so we're going to end the video here. Today has been, honestly, an honor, bro. Thank you so much, man, for coming. Like, I live for these moments. And,
100%.
you know, Officially Gas is a journey through motoring. Different cars, different builds, different eras. And this is definitely one I didn't expect to be driving. One that wasn't even on my radar. But, man, I feel blessed to have had a go in this.
I'm happy you had a good time, bro.
Thank you,
to
bro.
be honest. I think it was important to get these old cars out there. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Show the new school, the old school.
That's it, bro. Things are going electric. Bro, like, you can never get this kind of emotion, kind of feel from an electric car. Like, and don't get me wrong, I know, like, let's save the planet, whatever, right? That's another conversation. However, for us petrol heads, like, if you're a true petrol head, this is why we go out and do what we do. It's this.
To be honest, I think these early 90s cars is where we've got to now with modern cars, isn't it? Really, that's where they've taken us to.
Yeah, especially the Japanese engineering.
That's right.
Yeah, honestly, no, thank you so much, and like, credit to your tuner, whoever set this up, and yourself. I know it don't look the prettiest right now. It's got a few war wounds, but the way it drives, it's built for go, not show. And
That's
clear,
100%. Yeah, man.
You know?
Definitely a big shout out to my boys. You know, Theo and William. Down at Garage Streamline.
There you go.
You got Jamie's, stamp of approval. Bang on, yeah. You got the OG stamp.
There you go. Now yourself, you haven't actually got any social. Do you keep it off the radar?
I like to keep it off the radar. I think it's better that way.
Yeah.
Definitely a big shout out to my wife and my family for being patient with me, you know, and my brother, you know. And
what's your brother's name? He's a great guy. He's here too.
Adil.
Yeah. Shout out to Adil.
Yeah. He's a big petrol head as well. You know, he's been with me. My big brother Zahid, you know, he's been with me as well. A couple of friends of mine as well. You know, they've been with me. You know, up and down the country, going to get parts, dropping parts off. You know, so there's been quite a few people been on the journey with me. Definitely big thanks to my friends and my family.
Wicked.
You know. And thanks for having me, bro.
Once again, my pleasure. Honestly,
Anytime.
It's been epic. And guys, if you have enjoyed today, and if you're not already, please smash that subscribe button. Share these videos too, because it really helps out. And give it a thumbs up if you don't mind, if you'd be so kind. And you know we're going to be back with some crazy content. So stay tuned. And until next time, peace out.